Welcome into Stone Memorial High School in Crossville, Tennessee, the site of this District 7 AAA opener between the visiting Upperman Bees and the hosting Stone Memorial Panthers. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network, thrilled to be joined by my friend Jacob Vinson. Today's broadcast is presented by our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment, your hometown steel dealer. It is the 7 AAA opener for both these two teams. The real season, so to speak, starts today, and it is an important one as both these teams are looking to turn around the start of their campaigns. Upperman on the road at a 2-5 record under head coach Wes Shanks, but they're coming off of a 4-3 victory against Kingston. That snapped a 5-game losing streak for the Bees. For Stone Memorial, they are 2-6 under head coach Trent Stokes. They're coming off a 15-13 loss at Monterey their last time out. But Jacob, it's a fresh slate. And for Upperman, they're trying to defend their back-to-back District 7 AAA crown. And no doubt, the biggest story of the day, the biggest bat in the Upper Cumberland, returns to the lineup for at least one AB, Justin Fallon, in the cleanup spot for the Bees.
Yeah, obviously he's been battling that injury, trying to come back from it, that leg injury, and he's going to get an AB at least in his first AB today, maybe plate appearance. If he gets on, maybe he comes off, and we'll see if he gets put in later on in the ball game. But yeah, for Justin, he's bat in a couple of games already, really a game and kind of a third so far this season. It was when they played at Oakland in those couple of games, and well, he's in 600 in his 2 appearances so far in those 2 games. So when he's been out there, he's been swinging the bat well, so we'll see if he's able to do it today against a Stone Memorial team that has struggled with the pitching early on this season. Obviously, the bats have worked out pretty well for him.
Getting the ball today is Titus Bisbee, the lefty on the mound for Coach Stokes, and he'll face Juju Yano leading things off for the Bees. He's batting .375 on the campaign, in the leadoff spot for the majority of it so far, as Bisbee lines up and delivers home the first pitch of the district slate. That one bounces in, catching the balls and strikes today. Behind the dish for Stone Memorial is Talon Hurd. We'll give you the starting lineups here momentarily, but first, the 1-0 pitch coming home. And Yano sends this one in the left field. It'll be a leadoff base hit for the Bees. Juju Yano adds another one to his already nice early campaign at the dish. It'll bring up Braden Green as Upperman has the leadoff single against Bisbee. They'll bat 1 through 9 behind Yano, Braden Green. Then the third baseman, Chris Worsing. Justin Fallon will be the designated hitter today. Rookie Allison bats 5th. Alec Wilson in the 6th spot. Carson Shoup will bat 7th. The center fielder, Carson Holroyd, bats 8th. And Braden Wolke, the second baseman, will round out the lineup. Aiden Wyatt being hit for by Justin Fallon. Out of the stretch as Green shows Button, sends it foul. It'll be 0-1. And Upperman has been forced to play more small ball. They had to do it against Kingston as well. Historically, under Coach Shanks, they don't bunt a ton, but they're trying to manufacture runs. This could be a game both ways where we see a whole lot of this squaring around a bunt.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for Stone Memorial's side, that they're going to really try to get any runs they can across this Upperman pitching staff with Alec Wilson getting the start today, and we'll see if we see anybody else the way that Alec has been throwing the ball.
Yano takes his lead, and there will be a move over from Bisbee back in time.
For Bisbee, his last outing against Sequoia last Monday, he's been their Monday starter pretty much all year. 3 innings, 3 hits. He gave up 3 runs, only 2 were earned, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So,
and now Green pops a bunt into the air, should be fieldable, and it is. Talon Hurd throws off the mask and makes the catch for out number 1.
And that's one of the more experienced guys on this Stone Memorial team. Talon Hurd behind the dish. Obviously, he started as a freshman for him. Obviously, they had Nick Osmond back there for the last couple of years, and now Hurd going back there, and he is going to be that mainstay behind the plate. And a good play by Hurd to get the first down of the inning.
Now the sophomore Chris Worsing will strut in for his first AB. He's batting .308 on the campaign so far through 7 games for the Bees. See him on the mound potentially later in this game or tomorrow. Juju Yano likely going to get the ball for the Bees tomorrow. It's supposed to be Monday and Tuesday as Yano takes off. Throw down from Hurd is behind, and it'll be a stolen base. It'll be a Turfmaster stolen base for the Bees. Juju Yano puts a runner in scoring position as they try to put a little pressure on this Stone defense. And the pitch was a ball. It'll be 1-0.
Yeah, and this is exactly who you want at the play when you've got a runner in scoring position. Chris Worsing always seems to put the bat on the ball and has a lot of singles to his name as a B already.
Just 1 RBI on the campaign so far for Worsing. He's looking to make it 2. Bisbee delivers. Worsing sends this one in the left field. It will be down. Wes Shanks gives the go sign, and Juju Yano will score. It'll be an RBI single for Chris Worsing, and the Bees come on the road and lead 1-0 in the first inning.
Yeah, right on cue. Chris Worsing able to poke it out there into left field, and obviously this is a Bees team that they've seen Titus Bisbee these last couple of years. They've been able to time him up pretty well and able to strike early on with just one away.
And here is Justin Fallon, the Tennessee Tech signee. He's hoping to send it out of the park so he can get another AB. If he gets on base, he's going to get run for. Much to his chagrin, we understand. He wants to play. He says he's at 100%, but Coach Shanks probably wisely being protective over his superstar center fielder. First pitch from Bisbee. That one close but no cigar. We 1-0. Worsing over at first. On deck is rookie Allison. The Bees lead 1-0 on the RBI.
And the wind is blowing out to left field, so he at least gets a little bit of help in that department.
Doesn't particularly need it, but he will certainly take it as it begins to gust up a little bit. Throw over, Worsing back in time. In the field today for Stone Memorial, over at first is Cameron Melton, Cade Wilson, the second baseman. Drake Scarborough is at third, and the shortstop is Griffin Templeton. In left field is Kyle Hench, the center fielder is Tanner Bowman, and Schaefer Sitton is in right. Bisbee with a look over again, now delivers home. Fallon watches that one miss a tick low, and it'll be 2-0.
Obviously, we've done quite a few games at Stone Memorial the last few years. Seems like this park always plays pretty big, even with the bats that the Bees have had for the last few seasons.
Wonder what the incentive is for Fallon to swing at something here, not wanting to walk. The 2-0s, and you see it there. That was a huge cut. It'll be 2-1. If he walks, he's going to get a runner for him. So he wants to have a good AB. He wants to become a base runner.
He wants to have a productive AB, move Worsing around at least in a scoring position.
That was not a swing to try to put something down into the field of play, and he'll go chasing that one up in the zone. It'll be 2-2. 78 on the gun there for Titus Bisbee. Mentioned Upperman on the other side. They got big Alec Wilson working on the mound. He's been really good early in this campaign. They're looking for another quality outing out of him. He's got a 1-run lead so far, and Fallon's trying to make it 3 right here. Bisbee looking to sit him down. The 2-2 swung on. This one is sent way up into the air, into right field, angling down towards it, and cannot make the catch. It will drop in right. And now we'll see if Wes Shanks does what he's told us he was probably going to have to do. And that's going to be ruled as an error out there in right field. Got caught up a little bit in the sun, but plenty of time for it to get there. Sitton couldn't grab it, so it will be a runner on for Fallon. He can re-enter once later. We'll see at what point they do that. Rookie Allison going to stand in now with 1-out runners at first and second.
Well, he got the job done. He put it in play, moves the runner on, and he's got another base runner on. So Justin Fallon again getting that start of the DH, gets a bat on the ball, and now he comes out with a runner coming in.
And Jackson West going to run for Justin Fallon over there. And now the infield playing in at the corners here for Stone. We'll see what rookie Allison elects to do. Bisbee sends this one. This one popped up into foul territory, ranging up now backwards to make the catch for out number 2. A good job sticking with it by Cameron Melton. And that's a big second out for Bisbee, who's trying to limit the damage to just 1. Alec Wilson trying to help his own cause. He'll stride in for the first time.
And we've seen that wind is playing a good amount of factor here in these pop flies early on. We saw it there down the right field line, kind of blew it back towards the middle of play there on that one as well. Seemed like it was going to be in foul territory and blows right back towards that first base line.
The senior standing in here as the first pitch into him, misses upstairs for ball 1. It's been an interesting year for Stone. You mentioned the offense, defense. It's been kind of up and down. Sometimes they'll pop for more than 10 and then down to 0. It's been very inconsistent so far, very similar to what we've seen to this Upperman team. But these are two teams that figure to be right atop the district at the end. And so this is why this series is very important to open up the regular season, as Wilson going to call time.
Yeah, I mean, it's been these two for the last few seasons, with obviously Upperman winning those last 3, but you expect really the rest of this district to be really competitive this season.
Yeah, Livingston Academy, can't forget about them.
Livingston Academy, White County had a pretty good year in the second half of the season last year.
That's a good pitch in from Bisbee across 1-1.
Of course, Cumberland County getting their new head coach as well, with Coach Thompson going from White County to Cumberland County, and he did a great job when he was with the Warriors.
And Upperman, though, has no intent, despite the slow start, of
Right.
relinquishing their crown in this district. Now a step back from Bisbee towards Worsing at second.
Well, they still got guys that are coming. Their basketball team, I just passed them on the way to Murfreesboro earlier this afternoon.
Well,
so
their outfield's not here. You talk about Evan Huddleston, Collar Bush, and then Fallon, obviously, in the lineup today. But it doesn't matter. These are the games that matter, and Stone going to sense an opening today, but they got to get out of this jam. 2 on with 2 outs for Alec Wilson. A 1-1 count from Titus Bisbee. As he'll kick and deal, that one dust him off the plate a little bit. 2-1.
And when it's been here at Stone Memorial, even the last couple of years, it's been pretty competitive. If you remember last year, it was about 30 degrees. It was absolutely freezing.
You and Rusty had fun with that one.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I still don't know how he survived it.
It's a perfect day.
It's
60 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. It is a little breezy as Wilson chops at that one. It's a good pitch from Bisbee to even up the count at 2. Deuces wild. 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 on.
Be interesting tomorrow as well. Of course, their game yesterday got pushed to tomorrow. We'll have broadcast coverage of that starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
A glance back now, the 2-2 pitch coming in. There's a pretty good one. Misses a tick low and a full count. Big moment here, 3-2. Carson Shoup looming on deck for the Bees, who lead 1-0 here in the top of the first.
Shoup swung it well, so Bisbee going to do everything he can to try to get out of this inning.
Yeah, there's some pop in that on-deck circle for the Bees. Here comes the payoff pitch. Runners moving. Cold! Strike 3. Fastball finds the inside corner for Titus Bisbee. He strands 2 on. The Bees bring 1 across. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and Alec Wilson will take the ball. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Upperman leads 1-0, and they get the ball to their big senior, Alec Wilson, on the mound. He's going to face a Stone Memorial lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off, the second baseman, Cade Wilson. Batting second, the first baseman, Cameron Melton. Batting third is the catcher, Talon Hurd. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Kyle Hinch. Batting fifth is Drake Scarborough. Batting sixth, Gage Eldridge is the designated hitter today. Batting seventh, Titus Bisbee. Batting eighth, Griffin Templeton. And batting ninth is Schaefer Sitton. Not batting is Tanner Bowman, being hit for by Eldridge. I mentioned Alec Wilson start a 1-1 record in 2 appearances. This is his third start. He's got a 1.11 ERA. 18 strikeouts to 5 walks, and has allowed just 2 earned runs. And the first pitch is a cross, swung on and missed for strike 1 into Cade Wilson, the second baseman.
And he pitched last time against Blackman earlier last week. Obviously had a slow start in that first inning, but was able to really settle in afterwards and have some good innings afterwards. Goes 5 1/3 after that, and really those last 4 innings pitched pretty well against a good Blackman lineup that can really hit the ball.
Next one was fouled out of play. Quickly, the 0-2 from Wilson. Swung on and missed. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. 85 on the gun. Alec Wilson, a commentator's dream, working quickly on the mound.
That's exactly right. A quick worker, and he pounds the zone. He's got a great breaking ball that he can spin off of there as well.
And typically, he's a pitch-to-contact pitcher, but we've seen early in this season 12 Ks against Monterey in his debut, and then he added 6 more against Blackman. He has really had the strikeout stuff, and he's already had 0-1 of Cameron Melton. And another one fouled off weekly. How about 5 pitches, 5 strikes for Alec Wilson?
Well, and he gets ahead in these counts, and then he can rip off that breaking ball if he needs to, and he can really use it at any time in the count.
Melton looking to put something in play. He's got some big pop in that bat, and that one swung on and missed. 6 pitches, 6 strikes, another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout.
Yeah, just going with the high cheese that time. It's really hard to lay off of. You get it close enough to the zone, and they're going to be swinging at it.
Talon Hurd will step in. He may be on the mound tomorrow for Stone Memorial. We'll have to wait and see. Game in Baxter at 5:30, game 2. And Alec Wilson is freaking dealing right now. That one swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
They're going 5 o'clock tomorrow with the JV afterwards.
Apologies. Thank you very much. The 0-1. That one sent into play. Angling forward is Green, and he is there in time. A very quick 1-2-3 inning of work on the mound for Alec Wilson. And we will head to the second with 7-8-9 due up for the Bees when we come back. 1-0 Upperman. Coverage of high school baseball is presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. There's a little pressure on the mound right now for Titus Bisbee, after how Alec Wilson just pitched the bottom half of the first. 8 pitches, 2 strikeouts, and a flyout, and now it is 7-8-9 due up for the Bees in the second.
Yeah, it seemed like it only lasted about a minute there in that bottom half of the inning. Alec Wilson came out firing on all cylinders, pounding the zone, but placing those pitches. You mentioned it earlier today to me. Location, location, location. That's the name of the game for Alec Wilson, and obviously early on, that location has been on point. Now for the Bees, you're trying to string together some hits. You got base runners aboard there in the first, but unable to get more than one run across. Fortunately, they were able to get one run across. They're going to try to do a little bit more damage here against Bisbee in the second.
Live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel this afternoon. I'm Noah McKay. That's Jacob Vincent. Petey on stats to our right. Jeff Goolsby, the best in the business. Happy to be along with you today on a perfect evening for high school baseball. Carson Shoup going to stand in here. He's looking to get it rolling. Batting 150 on the campaign so far, but has 4 runs batted in. Titus Bisbee, he's settling in, was able to get out of a jam with 2 on and 1 out in the first. As the first pitch bounces in, 1-0.
Be pretty busy over the next few days as well. Be headed to Murfreesboro starting tomorrow at 12:45. Pickett County taking on Hillcrest in the 1A state tournament.
You have that one, and then we will have website coverage of Jackson County. They will round out the night with 8:45 tip-off as the 1-0 pitch swung on by Shoup, foul tipped into the mask of Hurd, who's okay. And then we will, in the words of Petey, get your pancakes ready.
That's right.
9:30 a.m. Upperman against Hume Fogg in the Class 3A state tournament. That'll be on Thursday morning. We'll have broadcast coverage of it.
Of course, Mr. Ty Cobb is hoping his name gets called. Mr. K. Caps is hoping his name gets called
the
tonight.
The 1-1 silky smooth breaking ball across 1 and 2. Mr. Basketball ceremony going down right now. Jacob Edmonette from Pickett County also there. Goose is there for us.
He said it's going to take a little bit longer. They changed the format this year.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch home. That one swung on by Shoup, flared out. Second baseman ranges to his left. No problem for out number 1. Read the whole way by Cade Wilson. It'll bring up Carson Holroyd.
Yeah, just trying to take it the other way, but just kind of popped it up and, like he said, flared it out there and 1 away. And a good start for Bisbee, who obviously we saw Alec Wilson cruise through the top third of the lineup.
Holroyd will stand into the right-hand batter's box here. Bisbee, the left-hander, starting to settle in there on the bump. A 1-0 ball game. First pitch. This is a tick inside and low, 1-0. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. This 7 AAA matchup. The 1-0, that one flared out into right, and it will get down. Holroyd rounds first. He slams the brakes and retreats as It dropped just in front of the right fielder. Schaefer sitting, and Holroyd has a one-out single.
Yeah, and a nice job by Carson. Again, just taking it the other way. If he's throwing on the outside part of the plate, go with it. And hit it out to right field, and now an opportunity for the newest B stepping in to try to move him around.
Braden Wolke, the transfer in out of Chicago, he's looking to find that bat. He's been pretty good on the mound, but they need him to step up in the batter's box here, and he's trying to flip the lineup over for the ever-dangerous Juju Yano. He'll show bunt, pops it up, ranging into foul territory. It's a pretty great jump over there by Drake Scarborough, and it ended up just being strike one.
Yeah, I had like you said, had a good chance to maybe get there, but it rolls foul. So just be strike one. Would imagine he's going to try it again with an 0-1 count. A good amount of speed over there at first as well.
Yano on deck. He would love a couple of base runners to play with here as the Bees try to put some pressure on the Stone defense. 1-0 ball game here. Bisbee out of the stretch. Takes a couple of glances towards Carson Holroyd at first, and he will look him back. Holroyd back in plenty of time. 3 throws already over to first base.
Yeah, and anytime you have the bunt on, that's not a bad decision just to make sure Holroyd's paying attention over there at first, especially with the lefty on the mound.
0-1, Wolke squares up. Good breaking ball, but it misses inside. It'll be 1-1.
Well, it seems like it's a busy time here at Stone Memorial. Softball going on just beyond us to our right.
The White County Warriorettes have a 1-0 lead over Stone Memorial in the second inning there. Wolke shows bunt, another breaking ball. This one misses. He's able to back off, and it's 2-1. Every time I'm here and we're doing a baseball game, I swear there's like 18 home runs on the softball field. See if that continues. And the 2-1 to Wolke. He stretches out and gets that one. Bisbee ranges up, fields cleanly. The throw to first is in time for out number 2. A nice job by Titus Bisbee. Runner into scoring position for Juju Yano here in the top of the second, and 2 outs.
Well, everybody doing their job there. Wolke gets the bunt down, moves the runner in scoring position. Like you said, a nice play by Bisbee and a good throw over to first. So 2 gone, but now a runner in scoring position for the Bees is leadoff man and Yano back to the plate.
Sacrifice bunt there for Braden Wolke. Moves the runner Holroyd into scoring position. Juju Yano led off the game with a single and ultimately came around to score on the RBI by Worsing. Another look back from Bisbee. Holroyd back in time. Yano with 4 runs batted in so far this year. Again, a look back. Bisbee going to deliver home. Big swing and a miss on that one, 0-1.
There's that outside part of the plate. Again, Bisbee been really trying to hammer that outside part of the plate. That's why we've seen a lot of these balls hit by the Bees to the right side of the field.
Braden Green on deck. Bisbee trying to strand another runner. Left 2 on the base paths in the first. He'll kick and deal the 0-1. Yano watches that one bounce in. A nice block by Talon Hurd behind the dish, and it's 1-1.
Been a pretty good string of catchers, of course, for Stone Memorial the last few years. Osmond last year. Last few years, I should say.
Him and Hurd would just kind of flip. One would go to the mound, the other would go behind the dish. The definition of a battery there for those two. Here comes the 1-1 instead. Hurd is going to call time and go out and have a word with this pitcher. And really all season, the past couple of outings for Bisbee, it's been him for 3 innings, then Gage Eldridge checks in, and Stone's looking to win one of those. They haven't been able to find the formula. Of course, they'd love for him to be able to go more than 3 innings in this game.
Yeah, going to be tough with Alec Wilson out there as well on the mound for the Bees if he's going to continue throwing how he threw it in that first inning.
And that's the deal for Upperman. Despite their overall record, they feel pretty good about where they are with their pitchers when they get into these 2-game slates. Here comes the 1-1. Big breaking ball, just foul tipped, and it's 1-2.
This was a late decision, too, there by Yano. I think it was a pretty good decision. It seemed like it was going to catch just the inside part of the plate, trying to take it down that left field line, and just gets a piece of it.
For Upperman and those pitchers, maybe not like it has been the past few years where they've had the lockdown, Evan Huddleston or Caden Shanks on Tuesday, but they've got great balance with Wilson and Yano in that Monday, Tuesday starting slot. And some good arms behind him, and then Justin Fallon going to be able to be the flamethrower once he gets fully healthy.
Right. And, of course, we saw Yano, the emergence of him last year, really became kind of the 1A, 1B with Caden Shanks.
1-2 coming from Titus Bisbee. as the sun begins to cast shadows over the field. That one misses low. Hurd able to block it up again. Deuce is wild at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Big AB here for Bisbee on the mound, trying to limit this Bees damage with the runner in scoring position. For the Bees, they're trying to manufacture that run around. They got him into scoring position.
Yano awaits the 2-2 from Titus Bisbee. That one swung on and missed in the dirt. A throw down from Hurd is in time, and that will retire this side. Runner left in scoring position for the Bees. We'll head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Alec Wilson back to work on the bump for the Bees. They lead 1-0. Good job by Titus Bisbee again to work around some traffic on the base paths and keeps it right where it is. It'll be Kyle Hench, Drake Scarborough, and Gage Eldridge. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Panthers as we get back to action.
If I were a betting man, I bet the leadoff batter is going to take the first pitch from Alec Wilson.
We'll see.
Seeing how quickly you work through that top third of the lineup for the Panthers.
Yeah, 8 pitches, 8 strikes. That will play. Upperman's
try to make him work a little bit, but if he's going to be pounding the zone, I guess you can't really take him.
Hinch going to climb in here, the left fielder. First pitch, called a strike. Painting the outside corner there, and this is an interesting little home plate here. We were noticing before the game the outer portion as Wilson quickly fires this one in. Hinch sends it on a ride into left field. Green ranging back, and it is down. One hops to the warning track. Green's throw in is not in time. It's a leadoff double for Kyle Hinch, and a great piece of hitting there for the left fielder. Puts the game-tying run into scoring position for the Panthers. It'll bring up Drake Scarborough to the plate.
Yeah, really good swing by Hinch, and obviously for Wilson, he's been pounding the zone early on here, taking advantage of it that time. He saw that first pitch come in, that time a little bit more over the plate, and able to handle it well, and got a good portion of it, just that one bouncer into the fence out there and left.
Yeah, that was pretty close to getting on out of here for Hinch. And now we'll see. Stone Memorial historically has always been quick to play the small ball. We'll see if that's what Coach Stokes elects to do here with his 5-hole hitter Scarborough, or if he's trying to put something in play. And he shows bunt. Wilson will turn and look back the runner to second.
And Wilson already creeping up there at that third base line, playing really close to the line as well. He's kind of looking over there at second base just to make sure.
That one in on the hands. It's bunted down the third base line, trickling, and it will go foul. Worsing did not get a jump on it over there at third. Unfortunately for Stone, it just trickled foul. It was a great bunt.
I think what happened there, he saw how far inside that was running in on the hands of Scarborough, but he still got the bat on it. And it just barely goes foul about midway up that third base line.
Class 1A Mr. Basketball does not go to Jacob Upperman. That goes to, I believe his first name is Aiden, but Slaughter from Santa Fe, who is one of the all-time leading scorers in the state's history. And that one bunt shown again, and they'll say he didn't get back in time on the heater from Wilson, and he goes ahead 0-2.
Yeah, it was between him, Derek Roberson at Chat Prep, and then Jacob Amonette, so a pretty loaded finalist list for 1A.
Again, a look back. Wilson delivers the 0-2. This one is swung and fouled back into the softball field, and we'll do it again. Wilson trying to do what we've seen Titus Bisbee do, work around traffic on the base paths after the leadoff double for Kyle Hinch. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball. That's filthy. Called strike 3. Wilson, or Allison rather, has to throw down. Looks back Hinch to second first, and that will be the third Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Alec Wilson on the mound for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's that breaking ball, just drops off the table, and obviously Allison doing a really good job staying in front of it, looking back the runner at second, then making a good crisp throw down to first.
Now the designated hitter, Gage Eldridge, stands in. We're trying to send this one somewhere. Hinch still at second. First pitch swinging here, fouled back and out of play, 0-1.
I wondered if they would leave the bunt on, but obviously Eldridge swinging away at pitch number 1.
Yeah, Eldridge is in there to try and send it over a fence somewhere. He's not in there to bunt. Wilson with a look back. Here comes the 0-1. There's that breaking ball again. That's nasty. 0-2.
Yeah, we've got a great angle of it with the camera here as well. Kind of starts it right at that elbow, breaks across the zone.
I mean, Wilson trying to bounce back after the double. Here comes the 0-2. Again throws it, and this time Eldridge able to tip it back and stay alive.
And he'll go, especially if it's working. He's going to go to it a lot. He's been able to place the fastball well, but the breaking ball, especially if hitters aren't quite ready for it, if you got them off balance, you're going to go to it quite a bit.
Wilson again with a look back. As some piece of pollen has thrown directly into my throat. The 0-2 pitch from Wilson, a fastball up. Eldridge lays off, 1-2.
It is that time of year, unfortunately, in the Upper Cumberlands, especially for Mr. Noah McKay.
A glance back, here comes the 1-2. This one swung on, a leap at second, and it will be down into right field. Wyatt is there, and the runner will be forced to hold. The throw in time, but how about another base hit for the Stone Memorial Panthers, and a good piece of hitting by Gage Eldridge puts runners at the corners. Titus Bisbee can help his own cause in a major way as he'll stand in with only 1 out.
Yeah, you get to 2 strikes, and Wilson made a couple of nice pitches, but a really good AB there for Eldridge. Fouled one off, and then able to take it to right and just over second base in that leaping grab.
Yeah, Braden Wolke gave it an effort, but that was safely down into right field. Runner takes off. Bunt is shown. Allison is going to throw down, and it gets into the outfield. This will score a run on the error. Now the throw in from Holroyd to third, and the tag is in time. They end up getting the out, but Stone trades the run for it. Throw into the outfield for an error, and we are all tied up at 1.
I think what happened there is Yano went for the fake. He expected Wolke to be there at second base to actually catch it and apply the tag. Wolke thought Yano was going to take it. Goes into center field, and a really good throw from center and Carson Holroyd to get the out at third.
So Hinch scores. Now the bases are empty with 2 outs, and an 0-1 pitch is waved at and missed. It's 0-2. All new ball game here. Titus Bisbee at the plate. Wilson delivers the 0-2. Hat goes flying. This one flared over, angling, and it is a fair ball. Green can't get to it. Bisbee rounds 1, heading to 2, and now will slam the brakes and retreat. Third base hit of the inning for the Panthers. They're back in business for Griffin Templeton.
Like he said, trying to help himself out, able to do just that and fly it out there into left, get another base runner aboard with 2 outs.
Runner at first in a 1-1 game. Wilson delivers that breaking ball in on the hands for strike 1 to Templeton. A great job of Stone Memorial finding the baseball here by the lower half of the order. I mentioned they've shown a propensity to score a lot. Again, that breaking ball this time misses, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, especially the way that Alec Wilson started on the mound in that bottom of the first inning, just cruising through.
Runner bouncing all over the place over at first. Wilson does not oblige. Good fastball across, paints the corner, and it's 1-2.
You don't have to pay as much attention when you've got Ricky Allison behind the plate. Obviously, you don't want to let him get a huge lead.
Wilson with a couple of glances, and he'll deliver home. The 1-2 breaking ball misses in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1 across so far for the Panthers, and they got a runner at first. A 2-2 runner going. This one flared over into foul territory, and they'll re-rack it and do it again. Wilson with a 2-2. Kicks and deals. Fastball upstairs, and Templeton does a nice job to lay off. Runner will be moving on the pitch. Schaefer's sitting. The 9-hole hitters on deck. Would love a chance to bat here in this half inning. Been a good one so far for the Panthers. Here comes the payoff pitch home. This one swung on, hitting to left. Green ranges up. Did he get it? He did. That'll be out number 3. He snow-coned it there low, and Braden Green retires the side, but not before it's 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. We'll head to the third, 1-1 ball game. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. 1-1 as we head to the top of the third inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Bees, and we'll see who 4 is. Green and Worsing going to get it started. Justin Fallon started the day in the cleanup spot. He was then pinch run for after reaching on an error. They can go back to him once, but then if he gets on there in the same problem, they could wait until the next time through. That's going to be interesting to watch, particularly if this game stays the way it is, which is tied up at 1.
I was just going to say, if it's going to stay this close the whole way through, it's really going to fall on Coach Shank's shoulders and decide what he wants to do, if he wants him to come in a little bit sooner or maybe later in the ball game.
Bisbee's first pitch leans Green off, and it's 1-0. Braden Green, he popped out on a bunt attempt back in the first inning. He's going to get to swing away here. Bisbee delivers the 1-0. That one misses outside. A good framing by Hurd behind the dish. 2-0.
It's got to be almost impossible for first base and right field to see right now.
Yeah, the sun is a real problem as it sets over to our left. 2-0, that one bounces in, and Green's quickly ahead here, 3-0, with Chris Worsing looming on deck for the Bees.
You'd love to get a base runner aboard for the Bees after giving up that run, trying to get that run back and retake the lead here in the third.
They've had traffic all over the base paths here. Bisbee's done a really nice job of working through it. He's in the stretch here, the 3-0 pitch to Green. Good pitch. Get over off speed, and it's 3-1.
And you know, as a hitter, it's a tough one to lay off of, but you have to.
Bisbee with a 3-1 coming here to Braden Green. That one close, but missed a little bit up, and it's ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walk for Braden Green to lead off the third. It'll bring up Chris Worsing, 1-for-1 with an RBI single so far.
Worsing, I mentioned it. It was kind of right on cue his last time up. The single machine for the Upperman Bees, and able to do that, bring Yano around for that first run of the game back in the first.
It is not Justin Fallon on deck. A little bit of a different body type there. And the bulky Fallon, a little more speed. Probably a bunt coming out of that cleanup spot as the first pitch is a good one into Worsing. 0-1.
And it's West who came on to run for him, so just the straight up switch with him.
Green takes his lead at first. Bisbee's been very quick to throw over so far, trying to keep him honest. But he'll come home. Worsing sends this one into left field. It'll be the second base hit of the day for Chris Worsing. Green will stop at second, and Upperman has 2 on with nobody out here in the top of the third.
And almost the same exact way as well. Just pokes it into left field for the base hit. Able to get the single again, and now 2 runners on first and second. And West, a good opportunity here coming to the plate in the top half of the third.
And Jackson West, we'll see if he does try to drop a bunt down here. So they'll wait at least one more time through. We do expect, and there'll be a little token pump fake towards Green at second. We do expect, if the game is tight, for Justin Fallon to get another at-bat here today. Bunt is shown by West. He can't quite get it down. It'll be strike one. A good one down in the zone. That's a nice pitch from Bisbee against a bunt attempt.
Yeah, and obviously Stone had it covered well up that first base line. Looked like he was trying to kind of go right back up the middle towards Bisbee on the mound.
Yeah, the third baseman's been really active so far today. Scarborough's been all over these bunt attempts for the Bees. And a look back and a throw back in time. Green, the first runner to have to dive back in so far.
Yeah, it was a pretty good move. He's trying to get his lead off of there, but able to get back in safely.
0-1 coming here for West. Squares around, pops this one back, and it's 0-2, and we'll see what he does here. With runners at first and second, nobody out. Green reached on a Nick's Restaurant, walked in. Worsing moved him over with a single. Rookie Allison on deck. Alec Wilson behind him. So a couple of very experienced bats here for the Bees as Bisbee. He's been real comfortable today with runners on. He's looking to continue that. And another step off. The attention clearly on the runners on the base paths for Stone. Not allowing them to get anything free. The 0-2 coming to Jackson West. He's going to swing away. Breaking ball. Doesn't quite fall off the kitchen table. It may have ended in the zone, but home plate umpire says it wasn't there when it crossed the plate.
Yeah, and with the exception of the walk issued to Green, Bisbee's been really solid being in and around the zone. And you mentioned it with the base runners on. He's really bared down and made some pitches to get out of innings.
Lance back. Green with a huge lead. The 1-2 breaking ball. West rolls this one over. Shortstop is there. Throw to second in time for one. No throw to first. Scored a fielder's choice, and it'll be runners at the corners for rookie Allison with a one out here in the third.
Well, it pretty much did what he was trying to do. He gets a runner over to third base, just one out in the inning, and now you still have two runners on at the corners rather than second and third. But still, you get that runner over at third base just 90 feet away with rookie Allison coming to the plate.
Good job by the shortstop, Griffin Templeton, to not try to do too much. It's very slow rolling here through the grass. After all of the rain, it's kind of thick out there in the infield. We noticed that pregame and sticks with it. Nice flip to second. Don't try to do too much. And now a double play would end the inning for the Panthers defense.
Yeah, and obviously we saw their game yesterday. They were supposed to play, and Baxter gets pushed to tomorrow because of that rain that is still trying to dry out.
And a throw over. West dives back in time. Green over at third. Rookie Allison trying to break a tie. Stone got one in the last half inning to get it to 1-1. Bisbee trying to work through it. First pitch to Allison. He rolls this one. That's a fair ball down to the third base line. It'll be an RBI for rookie Allison. And Upperman goes in front 2-1.
Yeah, that's a great piece of hitting right over the inside part of the plate. Able to take it down the line right over that third base bag. And still two runners on for the Bees. Now back in business with that lead.
West moves up to second for rookie Allison. That's RBI number 2 of the campaign. Class 3A Mr. Basketball, Ty Cobb. Upperman, for the first time in school history, has a Mr. Basketball, and it is the sophomore Ty Cobb. Congratulations to him. Very well-deserved coverage coming to the website of that. There's been quite a few Miss Basketballs in Upperman High School history. Now they've got a Mr. Basketball, and he'll be in the Class 3A state tournament.
Sophomore.
A sophomore. He's got a chance to be a 3-time Mr. Basketball.
Yes, he
the
does.
route that he is on right now. Congratulations to him, and I think word is spreading a little bit to the Upperman fans. They are calling it out. And, hey, we were going to be happy either way.
Yeah, one side
Kate
was good.
or Ty
Right.
got it. But Ty Cobb is named Class 3A Mr. Basketball. First pitch swinging for Alec Wilson. Rolled over. Templeton able to throw to second for one. The throw to first is not in time, and it gets away. This is going to score a run on an error. Wilson takes off to second. He will pull in safely. It ends up being a fielder's choice and an error. Alec Wilson standing at second. Runner comes across to score. And now Carson Shute trying to extend a 3-1 lead.
A really nice job again. Just put it in play and see what happens. He's hustling down to first and making them make a play. Unable to do so. And a good job by West as well, running hard the whole way and able to get home.
First pitch into Shoop. Huge cut. Comes up empty. That pulled the string on it. Did Bisbee on the mound. Once again, we'll give you the news a couple more times, I'm sure. Ty Cobb, Class 3A, Mr. Basketball.
Goose is there, so he'll have full coverage coming. Sure, talking with Ty and Cade as well.
0-1. Shoop sits back on this one, rolls it through. Templeton can't quite get there. Now it's underneath the glove of the left fielder, and Alec Wilson's going to score. Shoop gets the single, and then an error in left field allows him to come across and score, and it's 4-1 for the Bees.
And Carson Shoop, it's 5 runs now driven in on the season for him. That's one thing that he's done a really good job of, and now starting to raise that average up a little bit as well. And the Bees starting to make a little bit of contact here in the third.
And now Carson Holroyd will stand in. They go to Carson. Different spelling. This time Holroyd, he singled back in the second, put it into right field. He's got Shoop at first. Upperman with 3 across so far in the frame. Bisbee trying to get that third out. Nice pitch across for strike 1.
That's a great get-ahead pitch there for Bisbee, and he's able to mix up kind of the breaking stuff, the off-speed stuff, and his fastball as well, which we said earlier was up to 78.
Now a throw over back in time is Shoop. I sincerely doubt Carson Shoop's going to try and steal here, but keep him honest with the throw over. I never tried to steal a base either. That was not my forte. Here comes the 0-1 potentially. Bisbee will deliver. Good pitch again. 0-2. And that's the pitch it looks like he has the most confidence in right now to get across the plate.
It's gotten a couple of the Bees batters to kind of freeze on it.
Yep.
Now Holroyd got to bear down, see if he can poke it out there.
Here comes the 0-2. This one swung on, fouled into the mesh net. I regret to inform you, Wolke dropped the barehanded grab over there.
They saw
off
it,
the net.
unfortunately.
0-2 again. Titus Bisbee trying to bear down and get out of this inning. He'll kick and deal. That one misses upstairs, and unfortunately for Bisbee, you look through his stat line so far, been a lot of unearned runs charged to him. And again, in this half, there's been quite a few errors in the field. And Upperman has capitalized on them to the tune of 3 runs.
Yeah, only the 2 earned runs his last outing against Sequoia. Only went to 3 innings in that game as well. Of course, being a district game, you might expect him to maybe go a little bit longer.
This next pitch is going to be number 49. 31 of them have been strikes so far for Bisbee. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will retire the side, but not before the Bees bring across 3 in the frame to take a 4-1 lead. We'll be back with the bottom half. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Iron Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Iron Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Back here in the bottom half of the third inning, Upperman on top 4-1. 3 runs across there in the top half of the third. And Alec Wilson now coming back out on the mound with a 3-run advantage. And the Panthers, they got 9-1-2 coming up here in the third. Schaefer Sitton will lead it off for him. Panthers able to get one across there in their last inning to tie it up at 1 apiece. Bees doing a nice job offensively. Not a lot of big hits, but able to move runners around and get a run across, and Wilson starts it off with a strike on the outside part of the zone.
Sitton, Wilson, and Melton due up in this half inning. For the Panthers, they look to answer that 3 spot put up by the Bees. Wilson, that one misses just a tick up. For Alec Wilson, it was those 3 hits They were able to time it up a little bit there in the lower half of the order after working very quickly through the first. He'll be trying to return there to 1-1. This one rolled over, and it's a fair ball. Green has a long way to go to get to it. Sitting around first, heading into second. It'll be a stand-up double. Right place, right time for Schaefer Sitton. It's the second extra base hit of the game for the Panthers.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that Chris Worthing can do there. He can be playing on the bag, and that still was going to be tough to get to. That was barely over the bag there at third base, but a great job by Schaefer Sitton to get down there and able to get into second base safely, and already a runner in scoring position for the Panthers.
And little discussion. I think Coach Shanks wants to be sure. Worthing was trying to say it went down in foul territory. To my eye, I thought it was fair.
Obviously, a little bit tougher for him to see it as well at the angle that he's coming into.
Cade Wilson will step in. He struck out swinging, but now he's got a runner at second as Wilson will look back the runner. Sitting. He's got plenty of speed out there at second. That's always a hallmark of these Stone teams. They can really run. Wilson shows bunt, pulls back, but it's a called strike. The battle of the Wilsons here. Cade against Alec.
Of course, it was Wade before that. Tremendous shortstop for the Panthers.
0-1, great breaking ball, a bunt flicked forward. Allison able to throw down to first in time for out number one. That's not an easy play for rookie Allison, a pretty good bunt. And the sacrifice moves the runner over 90 feet, and Cameron Milton can cut the deficit in half with a ball put into the outfield.
And we talked about how soft that infield grass is, and that was a great example of it. It hits that grass and just dies right there. It was a really good bunt as well by Wilson to get it to die right there. But now, like you said, 90 feet away for Stone to try to cut this lead in half for the Bees, who got three across there in the top half of the third.
First pitch is across from Alec Wilson. It's 0-1. Once again, if you missed the breaking news, Ty Cobb, Class 3A, Mr. Basketball, just a sophomore, as that one misses upstairs, and it's 1-1 in here to Cameron Milton, who struck out swinging in his first appearance.
One half of the stadium was going to be pretty happy, and it was the Upperman side cheering.
Breaking ball across, Alec Wilson back in front in the count 1-2.
And how about Cade as well? Over 1,000 points this season in his senior year.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And that will be a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Alec Wilson. Really working the breaking ball. That's punch out number 4 for Alec Wilson. And Talon Hurd will try and find a way to bring that runner in, who reached on a leadoff double. A sacrifice bunt moved him over, but now the strikeout is out number 2.
Yeah, and Wilson trying to see if he can't just strand him over there at third, but always a tough out is Hurd here in the middle of the lineup.
First pitch brought the breaking ball again. This one's rolled over to the third. Worthing, bare hand, throw to first, not in time. Dug out at first by Shoop, and that will be an infield RBI single for Talon Hurd. His speed put the pressure on. It died kind of in the infield. Worthing with a good attempt, but a better piece of hitting there from Talon Hurd.
Yeah, he might be a catcher, but he's not your prototypical catcher. He's got a lot of speed. He started his career out in the outfield, and now he's over at first base. And I mean, Nick Osmond was the same way. He would steal bases. He would be behind the plate, but he's also had a good amount of speed.
Offense is waking up here. That one's spiked by Wilson. Hurd takes off. Allison kept it in front. The throw is not in time, and Hurd, no indecisiveness, able to advance over into scoring position. And Kyle Hench, who doubled, one-hopped into the fence his first time up, with a chance to put a charge into something, get within one or tie.
Yeah, that was key there by Hurd, that not deciding to go right away.
Breaking balls across 1-1.
Because Allison was able to get to it pretty quickly after blocking it up, and then a good throw down just a little bit high.
Hurd takes his lead at second. Wilson with a 1-1. Fastball on the hands, called strike 2, and it's 1-2. These two fan bases don't like each other. You can always feel it in the ballpark, in a gym, in the stadium. The 1-2 breaking ball. Hurd takes off. Allison throw down, not in time. Great jump for the stolen base. Talon Hurd, little small ball. He's now 90 feet away, and it's 2-2 with 2 outs for Kyle Hench.
Yeah, deuce is wild. Really big opportunity here for Hench at the plate, and now that run 90 feet away. How big has Talon Hurd's speed been?
The 2-2 slider ripped across. And he's able to just keep those wrists from breaking the zone, and it's 3-2.
Pretty darn close.
Big 3-2 payoff pitch. Wilson to Hench. Cool, strike 3. Fastball on the outside corner, and Wilson gives a little bit of the shh to the crowd on his way into the dugout. We'll head to the middle innings. It's 4-2 Bees. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear an EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Welcome back. We head to the middle innings. It's 4-2. What would you expect? Upperman and Stone get together? Doesn't matter. This sport's going to be a good ball game. And due up for the Bees, here's 9-1-2. Wolke, Yano, and Green. We also have a scoring change. Upperman now has an extra hit. That iffy question for Justin Fallon back in the first inning has been changed to a hit down into the outfield. So he now has a single. He's approaching a whole bunch of records at Upperman High School. So every one of those matters a little bit more and more. Back to work. Titus Bisbee on the mound in the inning number 4, trying to break through that 3-inning mark that's kind of been his ceiling here recently. He'll face off against Braden Wolke to lead off the 4th.
And it was that big inning there in the 3rd for the Bees. 3 runs across, but really were no big hits in the inning. Just singles kind of poked out there, really just putting the ball in play. Fielder's choice, able to move some runners around and able to get those 3 runs across. Really no big hit in the inning, just kind of stringing them all together.
I'm Noah McKay. He's Jacob Vincent. Jeff Petey Goolsby handling stats to our right as always as Wolke, his first pitch swinging. This one popped up, angling back Templeton, and able to backpedal his way to make the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, and if you're Bisbee, you love to see that. After having the long inning in the 3rd, 1 pitch and 1 out, here to start the 4th.
Here comes Juju. Juju Yano will stride in. He's 1 for 2, struck out and singled so far. He has stolen a base and scored a run for the Bees, the leadoff batter. And the senior awaits. Bisbee, as Yano pops this one foul as he dropped the bunt down. It'll be 0-1.
Yeah, trying to catch Scarborough off guard over there at third base. He's got enough speed to get down there and bunt for a single if he can.
0-1 from Titus Bisbee coming to Juju Yano. He kicks and delivers. Big swing and a miss on that one. 0-2. Bisbee starting to settle in here on the mound. Again, the errors behind him, Upperman was able to put balls in play, but a little bit better defense. He may even have a lead right now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch home. That one misses outside. Hurd tried to frame it up. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that one just a little bit too far out there. Kind of tailing away, of course, being a lefty.
And we started to mention the line and the plate are like an inch apart on the right side. So is that one in on the hands? Cold strike 3. And Bisbee gets the punch out. That's his 3rd of the afternoon. And it's 2 up, 2 down for Braden Green.
Yeah, what a big strikeout there for Bisbee. And now the 2 outs, base is empty. And Yano showing his frustrations on the way back to the dugout.
Green at the plate. He's walked and popped out on a bunt so far. Came across to score a run back in the 3rd as the first pitch bounces in 1-0.
Been a really good job by Bisbee. After giving up those 3 runs, you were able to get that run back. You're still in it, only down by 2 runs, and been able to get a first couple of outs in the inning, trying to go quick work through the Bees lineup now.
1-0 pitch coming from Bisbee to Green. That one again low, and it's 2-0. Watch that pitch count a little bit up to 56. Chris Worsing on deck. Would love a chance to bat in this half inning. Comes the 2-0. That one, a healthy cut, sent foul, 2-1.
Just a little bit too far out in front of it on the off-speed pitch there from Bisbee, who's mixed him up well.
2-1. Breaking ball, Green sends this one way up into the air, angling over to his left, near foul territory, and able to make the catch. A great job tracking it over there and right by Schaefer Sitton, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Titus Bisbee and the Panthers defense. We'll head to the bottom of 4. It's Upperman 4, Stone 2. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this beautiful 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home located just south of Cookeville. Boasting 2,700 square feet and a 2-car garage, this home features a very open floor plan with hardwood floors. You'll find great custom touches throughout, including a welcoming covered porch. For more information, visit chadandamycrouch.com or call 931-979-1191 for more information.
Alec Wilson back on the mound as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-2 Bees due up in this half for Stone. It's going to be 5, 6, 7. Scarborough, Eldridge, and Bisbee as they look to get a little bit closer, even tie or take the lead with a crooked number in this half.
Yeah, it seemed like the Bees were going to start to string together a couple of innings there, getting the 3 runs back in the 3rd. Unable to get anything there in the 4th. Bisbee doing a nice job bearing down. And for the Panthers, they've gotten 1 cross in the last couple of innings. They're trying to get maybe a couple over here in this one against Wilson.
It'll be very interesting in the 5th what Wes Shanks decides to do with that 4 spot. It'll be 3-4-5 due up for him. Question is, what will the score be? And Scarborough struck out looking his first appearance, has attempt number 2 here. First pitch fastball misses outside from Alec Wilson. A rare show for Wilson on the way off with the shush sign the last time after getting the punch out. As that one gets the strike, it's 1-1. The Stone fan's not going to be sending a gift basket. But Wilson, he's painting the black right now. Here comes the 1-1. Went right back to it. It's 1-2. It's been a strike both ways.
Right.
Going to have to trigger on it. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. It's a Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, and that is a reflection of those strikes because he went a little bit further out that time, and you get the swing and the miss for punch out number 6 of the day. Let me count this up.
Yeah, it was a really good job by Alec Wilson recognizing that he's getting that call out there. Goes with a breaking ball and a swing and a miss by Eldridge.
It's strikeout number 6 of the day for Alec Wilson.
He's racking them up early this year. You mentioned the 12 in the season opener. He had 6 against Blackman, already 6 today.
He's ahead 0-1 here. There's that wicked breaking ball. Misses. A good job by Eldridge to lay off. He singled back in the 2nd inning and then was thrown out at 3rd. After an error, allowed him to advance once. This one's ripped over, a leaping attempt by Wilkie, and it is down into right field. Gage Eldridge with his 2nd base hit of the ball game, and with 1 out, he sets the table for Titus Bisbee.
I think that's his 2nd one right over the head of Braden Wilkie at 2nd base as well, and Wilkie a little bit closer that time, but couldn't quite get it. And a nice piece of hitting there for Eldridge.
Bisbee singled back in the 2nd inning. He's looking for more to help his own cause in a major way. First pitch, a fastball across for strike 1. Worsing playing in against a potential bunt of Bisbee. These two teams, game number 2. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock in Baxter. The 0-1, waved at and missed. It's 0-2, and that swing will put Alec Wilson into attack mode probably, way behind. Eldridge takes his lead over there at first. Bisbee awaits the 0-2 from Wilson. Swung on, flared over, bounces off of Worsing. He grabs the throw to first, is in time for out number 2, and that is a really nice job by the sophomore Chris Worsing to stick with it.
It's a great job, and it got hit sharply at Worsing. He does a good job knocking it down. It looked like it went off his knee almost. Caroms off to his left, able to get there in time, stays with it. Bisbee in a good enough speed down to first base and still able to make the play. Good job by Shoup as well, making the play.
Griffin Templeton stands in, now runner in scoring position for Stone. A base hit gets him back within a run. First pitch is across for strike 1, 0-1.
Yeah, you said it. He's in attack mode right now after finishing out that 3rd inning.
How about this one? This is going to be pitch number 60. Tell you the strike number as that one swung on and missed. 60 pitches, 49 strikes from Alec Wilson so far.
That's efficient.
That's called pounding the zone. Yeah, Petey says a little Eli Huddleston. Breaking ball, close. Tried to get that outside corner, but it dips away, and it's 1-2. I mean, that is a ridiculous ratio.
Yeah, it is.
Stone's doing a good job of swinging at these as that one misses upstairs, and now 2-2 between Templeton and Wilson.
He's done a great job of working those edges of the zone as well.
Checks back. Here comes the 2-2 home. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout. It's punch out number 7. And then he throws the sword down back into the holster on his way back. What will they do with the cleanup spot? We'll find out when we come back. Upperman's lead is 4-2. This is high school baseball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Titus Bisbee back to work on the mound for Stone. We're heading to the top of the 5th. 3-4-5 due up for the Bees, and Chris Worsing will get it started. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles and an RBI today. And his first pitch swinging, and that is a foul ball. Just goes over the bag to the left of it. 0-1, and it is Jackson West on the on-deck circle, not Justin Vaughn. They could put him back in once. We wondered if they would. At least not yet for West Shanks.
And their thinking might be trying to have a long inning here. Obviously, you're going to go to the 6th. Maybe you get him back in the 7th if you need him.
If you need him in the 7th, and if you have the lead, then you just play safe and easy with the biggest bat in the entire area. As that one misses up from Bisbee. First pitch that really didn't come out clean today for Titus Bisbee. It's 1-1. He's got 60 pitches rather, 39 strikes. Here comes the 1-1 to the sophomore Worsing. Big breaking ball. Dives across the upper portion of the zone, and it's 1-2.
Mentioned he's got 78 on the fastball, but then he can rip off that breaking ball and works as the off speed as well.
1-2 pitch to Worsing. He goes chasing that one, and it will get down. Another single for Chris Worsing. It's all the young man does. He's 3 for 3, and it'll bring up Jackson West. Again, in that spot, 4-hole in the lineup. West did his job, though. Reaching on a fielder's choice, came around. Or pardon me, he was thrown out as part of a fielder's choice later back in the 3rd.
I thought he came around to score, didn't he?
Oh, he did. I just can't write clearly. Yes, he did. He'll be trying to do that again here. Shows bunt, pulls back, and again, Hurd behind the dish. He's blocked everything. Been a brick wall. 1-0.
Again, he's not the biggest guy back there either, but you've said it. He stays right in front of everything. Very active, very athletic, and able to get in front of pretty much anything. Bisbee does a good job as well, not throwing a ton that it's hard to get to.
They're two really good defensive catchers. West pops this one up. It will get down. Only one play to make. It's to first. The throw's offline. West reaches safely. And on the error, runners will head to the corners. Now it gets away in right field. West heads down to second. The throw goes there. The runner comes across to score. A base running display by the Bees. Mistakes in the outfield by the Panthers, and it's 5-2.
How about Jackson West racing down first, making a tough play at first base, goes into right field, and then trying to make it even tougher going to second base. He slides in safely there, heads up by Chris Worsing to head home, and they get the run across to go up by 3 here in the 5th.
Sack bunt and an error allows West to reach all the way to second, and Worsing comes across to score. It's now 5-2. And here's rookie Allison looking to add on for the Bees.
And now saving Justin Fallon to the 7th. Looks really, really good.
And they may not need him
You're
today
right.
if this continues for him. Bisbee, again, needs a little bit of help from his defense right now as it's 0-1.
That's the thing. He's been in the zone. He's been pounding the zone, trusting his defense. And it was a pretty good bunt there by West. He's got enough speed to at least make it difficult, obviously, and make a good throw to first.
And then just heads-up base running where the throws came in for Upperman to advance a couple of times. 0-1 breaking ball. Allison flares this one into right, ranging under it to make the catch. West tries to tag. Here comes the throw. It's a little bit offline, and West will reach on a sac fly in the right field for rookie Allison. And with a 1 out now, Alec Wilson can add some insurance for his cause here with a runner 90 feet away.
I think the other part on that bunt as well is it was popped up a little bit, and you wonder if Scarborough just paused just a second to see if Hurd was going to maybe try and make a diving attempt at it, and it was kind of right in between them. So you wonder if that played into maybe the hesitation coming down that line.
Wilson awaits the first pitch in. He swings at this one. That's going to angling towards the gap. It is down. An RBI for Alec Wilson. He'll pull into first safely, and Upperman extends the lead. It's 6-2.
Yeah, starting to break this one open. This is what they were hoping to do in the 4th after they had the 3 runs across in the 3rd, and already get the 2 runs across here, and still nobody out in the top half of the 5th.
1 out. On that sacrifice fly, Carson Shoup will stand in. He's 1 for 2 with a single. No problem, my friend. That's why we're here for each other, because instead of it going on for a couple of innings,
right,
we're just right here. Bisbee trying to get out of a jam. Pitch inside, called a strike. Into Shoup, 0-1. And the Stone fans, great chirp, said appreciate it, Blue. That would Hurd lined up outside. It missed in, but it may have caught the zone. When a catcher slides, sometimes it can fool us here in the stands. As Shoup sends this one into left field. It'll be down for another base hit. The bat's starting to time it up the 3rd time through for the Bees, and it is the 3rd hit of the inning. Carson Holroyd will stride in, trying to do some more damage. 2 on with only 1 out.
That's one thing we've talked about with this Upperman lineup in the past. When you get to that 2nd and 3rd time through against the pitcher that obviously they've seen before, you can really time them up and you can really start to poke it out there.
And we'll see what Coach Stokes does here. Alec Wilson is nowhere near being concerned about the pitch count. It's now a 4-run game. It's a critical one. Tomorrow is also critical. As this bunt's going to be popped up by Holroyd. It stays fair, and he will be safe. Everybody's safe. What a bunt by Carson Holroyd for the single, and the bases are loaded now for Braden Wolke and the very dangerous Juju Yano looming on deck.
Again, it's you pop it up. It's on that soft infield. It dies right there, right in the middle of all 3 defenders charging onto it. And obviously we know Holroyd's got the speed down to first and able to get in there very easily at first base.
Middle infield at double play depth in at the corners here for Stone. Bisbee back into the full windup. Wolke going to swing away, puts a cut on that one, comes up empty, 0-1, and Stone desperate. They need a double play ball with Juju Yano on deck and the game hanging in the balance. You do not want to take your chances with runners all over the bases and number 2 on deck. Here comes the 0-1. That one bounces, and again, Hurd blocks it up nicely, 1-1.
Yeah, Wolke, that first pitch in there probably looked like a beach ball coming in the way these guys have been swinging it here in the inning. He said, I want to get in on this, and takes the big cut, able to take his medicine there on pitch 2, watch it drop low in the zone, but below the zone, I should say.
He has a sac bunt and a pop-out so far. Does Braden Wolke, the 1-1. Breaking ball, doesn't fall off the table, 2-1, and I'm a little surprised no even meeting here out of that Stone dugout so far. Bisbee trying to work through it. Here comes the 2-1. That one misses, and now a hitter's count, 3-1. Nowhere to put him in the top of the order, looming on deck.
You're going to make him bring you a pitch here at 3-1 with the bases loaded and Yano coming up.
Will he go with that off-speed, get over pitch? Here comes the 3-1. Misses, ball 4. Nick's Restaurant walk. An RBI for Braden Wolke, and Upperman now threatening to completely change the game as Coach Stokes will emerge out of the dugout here in a 5-run ball game. The Bees have already added 3. They have the bases loaded with 1 out and one of the best hitters in the class coming up to the batter's box.
Yeah, you get to the top of your lineup now, and they had just went through it. Now is the danger time for the Bees coming with Yano coming up, who was swinging well already today. And obviously he struck out his last time up, so he's trying to come back out here, see if he can't change that script with the bases loaded and still just one out. Bisbee, for the most part, has done a good job with runners on so far today, but you're getting a little bit deeper into the game. The Bees starting to time them up well, and they're trying to get win number 1 in district play.
Juju Yano, he's 1 for 3 today, a couple of strikeouts, a single and a stolen base, and a run scored. And a swing that sends this one a long way would put Stone on the brink of the run rule in a blink of an eye. And Braden Green on deck next.
And we've seen there's a little bit of power in that bat from Juju Yano. And the wind has died down a little bit, but still blowing out to left.
No call to the bullpen for Trent Stokes. Just wanted to have a discussion with Bisbee. And again, if you get out of this, you're still alive. It's a 5-run game, but one swing could change everything here for Yano. Black jerseys at every bag right now. Bases juiced. Good. First pitch, breaking ball across for strike 1.
He needed that one. That was big for Bisbee to get across, get ahead, settle down a little bit.
Been hits, bunts, a little bit of everything in this inning as that one misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Score update. White County leads Stone 2-1 in the softball field. 2
over
right
there. 6th inning, too. Moving quickly.
We're in the top of the 5th here in this one. Here comes the 1-1 to Yano. Big swing and a miss on that one. It's 1-2 for Bisbee. A punch out. My goodness, how big would that be against the leadoff hitter in the Upperman lineup?
Be absolutely huge, and still, obviously, the job wouldn't be finished. You get Braden Green coming up.
The 1-2 to Yano. That one bounces, hurt again, blocks it up tremendously. 2-2.
That bounced early as well, and he's able to stay in front, and Hurd maybe a little bit shaken up as it may have missed his patting. He's going to take his time and take a visit to Bisbee on the mound himself. Looked like it may have kind of caught up underneath the mask there.
Chris Worsing led off the inning with a single. He scored a run. Then Jackson West had a sacrifice bunt reached on an error. He scored a run. Rookie Allison moved the runners up with a sacrifice fly. Alec Wilson had an RBI single. Carson Shoup had a single. Carson Holroyd had a bunt single. And Braden Wolke had a walk. And Upperman has put 3 up in the inning. They're looking for more with 1 out. Juju Yano's at the plate in a 2-2 count. And Talon Hurd going to take his time and make sure he's okay. You mentioned it bounced up. Not sure what part it hit him. Maybe just above
Coach
that
Stokes,
chest protector.
Yeah, Coach Stokes is saying may have caught him in the neck there. So
not
obviously fun. There's not too many catchers that still have that neck guard like we used to wear in Little League times. Really didn't do a whole lot. It just kind of dangled there anyways.
Except for this one moment right here where
you would really
nice.
appreciate it.
And now Coach Stokes going to come out. I'm not sure what the discussion
Field
is.
umpire was having kind of a discussion with him as well.
I don't know if he's happy particularly. I'm not sure what it is. And there'll be a pitch thrown.
Oh, they might bring the trainer in.
They are looking for a trainer who is sitting in between the two
He's
fields.
watching both games.
He wants to make sure his catcher's okay. Or not.
We ready to go? Maybe.
That was weird.
They might check on him between innings.
Yeah, that was weird. Regardless, it's a high leverage situation. 2-2 with the bases loaded. 1 out. And now time going to be called again as Hurd.
Gonna throw the pitch count back in.
Yep. And we're ready. Ultimately, take as much time as you need to get hit in the neck with a baseball. We're fine. Here comes the 2-2 to Yano. Breaking ball, and he just foul tips it into a windshield. It's 2-2. The taco truck just got one. By the way, taco truck, now that's a move.
That's elite.
I'm a fan of right there. Another 2-2, maybe. Bisbee going to step off instead. It's a big battle here. It's an important district series. You get the win, you're insured of at least a split. 2-2. Swung on. Let's do it again.
Same exact spot.
And that one hit the truck behind the taco truck.
We park far enough away. We've been here enough times.
Every time I park here, I always park here, but it feels closer. I think we're okay, but it feels closer. Here comes the 2-2. This one weakly rolled in fair territory. Bisbee going to throw home in time for out number 2. They get the lead runner, and that is big for Stone. It keeps it right at a 5-run game, and now Braden Green will stride in with 2 outs and the bases loaded.
Yeah, not the easiest play there as well for Bisbee coming on. That was right off the end of the bat for Yano, so it's got a ton of spin on it. But again, we've talked about how soft the infield grass is. Helps him out a little bit, makes the good play at home to get that lead out like you mentioned and cut down the run, but still bases loaded with 2 gone.
Yano reaches on the fielder's choice. Braden Green in. First pitch dusts him off. It's 1-0. For Green, he walked and scored in the third. He's flown out and popped out so far. We got a final score. Clay County defeats. Nope.
I don't know who that is.
That is Clay County.
That is Clay
they
County.
defeated Upperman 13-1 in softball.
I was thinking
today.
that was Cumberland County. My fault.
That Lady Bulldogs, they have not changed their mascot. As the pitch misses, it's 2-0 to Braden Green. Please name your game changer by your school name and not just the letters.
Right.
As that one catches the outside corner, 2-1.
White County beating DeKalb County baseball tonight, 7-1.
It's an important series there. That's some quick math. That means Livingston and Cumberland County are playing tonight. The 2-1 coming to Braden Green. That one misses upstairs, and 3-1, nowhere to put him in the ever-dangerous Chris Worsing, who's going to probably hit a single waiting on deck. This is an important pitch for Titus Bisbee. Down 5 with the bases loaded. The 3-1 to Green. He rolls this one foul, and now an even bigger one. Full count, 3-2.
You're going to have the runners going with the bases loaded, 2 outs. And this is a huge pitch for Bisbee if he's going to stay in here. He might be coming out anyways with being at 5 innings so far.
And this next pitch is going to be number 93 of the day for Titus Bisbee on the mound. Through 4 2/3. Here comes the payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. A big pitch for Titus Bisbee. He leaves the bases loaded, but the Bees do bring 3 across in the frame. It's 7-2. We'll head to the bottom half. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Alec Wilson has some run support. The Bees lead 7-2 in a big inning here for Stone as they look to answer 9-1-2. It's going to be your best chance when you look at the lineup here in the bottom of the 5th inning in this District 7 AAA opener. Once again, the breaking news of the day. Ty Cobb, Mr. Basketball in Class 3A. Goose is in his bag already with coverage all over the website and our social media channels. And we'll be in the Murphy Center the rest of the week starting tomorrow. Jacob will be in Baxter tomorrow evening as the first pitch of the inning misses Lotus Sitton, who doubled back in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, Goose turns into a Murfreesboro resident.
He does.
For these 2 weeks.
Here comes the 1-0. That one misses upstairs. I get to go back to my old stomping ground, so it's fun for me.
Yeah.
And I get to play tour guide for everybody, asking what they should do. Here comes the 2-0.
I'm thankful I have a gas-saving car.
Yep. The 3-0 misses upstairs. You could stay there. I'm just saying.
Oh, I know. Well, tomorrow night.
Don't let him cry, everybody. He's been offered the hotel. The 3-0 misses upstairs, a 4-pitch walk. And that's exactly what Stone's looking for, is sitting heads down to first. Be the first walk of the game issued by Wilson. And here's Cade Wilson striding in.
Pretty uncharacteristic for Alec Wilson. You said it. He was, what, at 80 pitches and had 71 strikes, something like that?
He's at 64 and 51 strikes after
close.
a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah.
That's
so the point still stands.
He's just evening up the ratio as Wilson sends this one into right field, angling under it. No more sun to worry about, and the catch will be made by Aiden Wyatt for the first out of the inning.
That's one way to get yourself right back on the horse after throwing a 4-pitch walk. You get the fly out in the first out of the inning.
Cameron Melton trying to solve Alec Wilson. 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, both swinging so far. The first pitch in, that breaking ball, foul tipped, 0-1.
Yeah, Melton's had his number here in this one. Just poked it right over Wolke's head at second base a couple of times. Oh, I'm thinking of Eldridge.
You are, my friend. They do look kind of similar in the batter's box. 0-1 so far. Swing and a miss on that fastball. Got him chasing at it. It's 0-2. Wilson certainly appears to have shook off the 4-pitch walk. He's refound the zone. Here comes the 0-2. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. A Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout, and that is filthy from Alec Wilson, who has had the goods tonight.
My goodness.
Talon Hurd will stride in. He's 1 for 2 with a single on a RBI infield single and a flyout.
Yeah, he had the bunt and able to move quickly down to first, able to take second base, able to take third base as well.
He ultimately got left stranded there. Oh, my goodness. That breaking ball is just not fair. It's across for strike 1.
Yeah, and Hurd, I mean, he's leaning back because he starts it right at your shoulder, right at your elbow. It feels like it's going to come in at you, and it helps because he's got a fastball that's in the 80s.
Comes the 0-1. That one rolled over towards Worsing at third. Fields it cleanly, loads up, throw to first, beats the speedy Hurd by a step, and that is out number 3. Alec Wilson works around the leadoff walk. We'll head to the 6th. It's 7-2 Bs. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR. Discover this stylish and modern 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home with an open split bedroom floor plan designed for comfort and convenience. With 3,318 square feet under one roof, plus a bonus room over the garage and 1,400 square foot basement. Located in the Brookstone subdivision, this home is just minutes from Cookeville. The builder is also offering up to 3% in closing cost assistance. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 6th, and it's time for a call to the bullpen. Number 99, Gage Eldridge, the big right-hander on the mound for Trent Stokes, trying to keep it right where it is against 3, 4, 5 in the Upperman lineup. Score update, final score. Kaylee Plumley is still really good. 13-0. Gordonsville over Clay County tonight. That Upperman softball scores from yesterday. Plumley, 5 innings pitched, 13 punch-outs, 1 walk for the University of Tennessee side A.
Is that good?
Yeah, they'll play. The back-to-back defending state champions and the idiot who put on Facebook that the best softball team was playing somewhere else in single A, you are an idiot because Gordonsville is the best softball team in single A. It will be as long as she's on the field.
And they might be next year, too, even with that.
There's only so many words you can describe a person with. If you think the best softball team in the state does not play in Gordonsville in Class 1A,
not only do they have the best player in the state,
I can't help you.
The team is loaded.
I cannot help you if that is your feeling. Chris Worsing will lead it off. He is 3 for 3 with 3
singles.
Correct.
Single machine.
He has an RBI. He's scored a run so far as well. And it is Justin Fallon in the on-deck circle. So he's going to get one more at-bat. They can re-enter him, and he will be swinging to try and park it in the tree so he can walk around the base paths with the hammy.
Kind of working out right now for both Justin Fallon and the Bees, working him back into the lineup. 5-run lead, trying to add on.
2-0, that one's across at the knees, 2-1 from Eldridge. And for Fallon, it's not just, obviously, such a huge bat and in center field. They miss him on the mound. He's their power arm. Right. The guy who can run it up into the 90s gives him a little different element. So that'll be big for them once he is fully back. Eldridge fires that one across. Worsing was taken the whole way. It's 2-2.
Yeah, you can bring him in as that power closer, like you said. The hard-throwing lefty.
2-2. That one bounces and again hurts. You can't get it past Talon Hurd. What a block, and we run full at 3-2.
That's an insane block.
That was crazy. And one without anybody on the base paths. He doesn't even have to sell out like that, but that's the kind of pride he's taking behind the plate.
It's impressive, too, because he doesn't try to pick anything. He's going down for everything.
Here comes the 3-2. This one swung on, rolled over to first, and it is fielded cleanly. And a jog over to the bag for out number 1. No problem for Cameron Melton.
Yeah, that's a good job by Eldridge as well. Got behind in the count early on. Able to work back into it and then get the ground out for the first out of the inning.
And here comes Justin Fallon striding back in. He ends up getting credited with a single back in the first inning on that flare into right field. And again, they're working him back in. He is not going to run. Even if he hits it in the field of play, he's been told you have to jog down the first base line.
Especially with it getting a little bit colder as well.
First pitch is across, misses upstairs. I want to note this kid is jacked right now. I mean, that's 1-0.
Yeah, we've seen him hit some towering shots.
He's got power. 1-0, and they mentioned power arm too at Fallon. He wants a strike. He's frustrated. He has to take that one. He's the home run hitter in this lineup.
If it's 3-0, I guarantee you he's swinging.
He's the home run hitter. He brings them the pop to the bat. They've got a lot of guys who can get on base. He's the guy who wants to send it out of here, and that one is across for a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, of course, they've had 3 guys in the lineup when there was Eli, Caden, and Justin a few years ago.
2-1 from Eldridge. This one swung on, sent up into the air, ranging back, angling back, and he cannot make the catch. Down into the fence, and that is a brisk jog for Justin Fallon as he will pull in the second with the double. And he is safe here with the one out to the top of the 6th. I don't know how much of a jog that was, but Fallon almost sent it out of here, and he will get run for here. And that will end his day. So a smooth 2 for 2 for Justin Fallon in 2 ABs.
Yeah, pretty efficient for him and able to glide into second base safely with ease. It helps when he can hit it to the fence.
I'm chuckling because I'm thinking if I tried to run as far as he did, that I would still be running right now.
At that pace.
And he just made a nice little jog around. Rookie Allison will stride in. He has an RBI single today. Sacrifice fly and a pop-out. First pitch swinging. This one rolled over, and it's past the outstretched glove of the third baseman. And no throw to make. A good effort from Templeton to keep it in the infield, but it will be a single for rookie Allison and back-to-back base hits for the Bees.
Nice job by Allison. They're jumping on early in the count now, trying to time him up. And here comes Alec Wilson, who had a nice swing his last time up.
And rookie Allison going to get run for by Cody Lowe. Over there at second base is Maddox Barnes. Running for Justin Fallon. And Eldridge out there on the mound here in his first inning. He's got to figure out a way to keep this deficit where it is. Only have 2 more sets of ABs against Alec Wilson on the other end, already down 5. He'll fire in that one again. Hurd goes and stops it. Wilson so far today, he's reached on a fielder's choice, has an RBI single and a strikeout.
And I mentioned he hadn't picked anything. Well, he had to pick that one. Otherwise, he wasn't getting to it.
1-0 coming from Gage Eldridge to Alec Wilson. That's a pretty good pitch. Waist high, inside corner, 1-1.
There's that one to even up the count. Make it a little bit better. Yeah, like you said, you're trying to figure out how to get some outs with 2 runners on right now for the Bees.
1 out here in the top of the 6th. Eldridge with a couple of glances back now. Same spot. Got it again, 1-2.
Hurd taking his time here on the throwback. Good one going over on the softball diamond.
White County leads 3-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. The Warriorettes trying to get a big district win over Stone. A 1-2 coming here from Eldridge to Wilson. Brought the breaking ball across, but it misses. It's 2-2.
Well, if you saw, the Tennessee Tech softball was involved in a 14-inning game the other day. They ultimately lost.
To who?
SIU.
Evansville.
Edwardsville.
Same thing. 2-2.
Very different.
This one rolled over. Eldridge makes the catch, and he's going to go after the lead runner, and it gets away. Another error for Stone in the infield. It will load the bases for Carson Shoup.
Made the right play. Looked like he made a pretty good throw. Scarborough just couldn't handle it over there at third base. And it'll load the bases now for Carson Shoup, who roped on his last time up.
So a fielder's choice and an error. And now the base is loaded for the second consecutive inning. Upperman left them loaded despite 3 runs in the last half. First pitch into Shoup again, blocked up by Hurd. Shoup today, he's got 2 singles and a pop out. Holroyd waiting on deck, and the story of the day, 4 errors and then 13 hits for the Bees. First pitch, this one ripped by Shoup, and it will get down. 1 run will score with ease. Another runner heading for the plate. Here comes the throw in from center, not in time, cut off. Now a throw down. Wilson in a rundown. He tries to get away, and he will be out. A throw behind the runner at first hits him. Shoup gonna stay there. 2 runs across on a 2 RBI single for Carson Shoup. Then a heads-up play by Eldridge on the mound to get Wilson in between the bags. But it is now 9-2 for the Bees.
And that's exactly why you hit the cutoff, man, because it allows you the opportunity to get the out there. Wilson getting a little aggressive, rounding second, trying to go up to third. They're going to bring a runner on here
Shoup
for Upperman as well.
Yeah, Shoup going to get run for here.
Oh, White County Stone making it a little bit closer over there at softball.
They've just scored a run to make it 3-2, and they got a runner at third.
With 2 outs.
That was a rip by Carson Shoup.
It was.
Into center. Carson Holroyd will stand in now with 2 outs and a runner at first. He has a couple of singles today. 1 came on a bunt.
Back-to-back big hits by Carson Shoup.
First pitch swinging for Holroyd. Comes up empty on the fastball.
He had a great bunt his last time up. Dropped right in between third base pitcher and catcher. Up that third base line.
White County's going to survive and strand a runner at third over there in that softball game. They beat Stone 3-2 as Holroyd comes up empty on the breaking ball here, 0-2.
And we can only see the left half of the infield, and, well, shortstop made the play for the final out of the inning.
Doing my Kevin Harlan impression, 2 games at once. You can
Right.
do it. You put me in the right spot, I can do
Absolutely.
baseball and softball at once.
Let's go on top of the dugout.
0-2, strike 3 at the knees. Eldridge able to rally back in, but not before the Bees add a couple of more as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Alec Wilson back to work. It's 9-2. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
How many letters?
5 letters.
Just think about, what am I doing right now?
Smile. Smile?
Uh-huh.
This is so easy.
Proudly introducing Upper Cumberland Generators for all your home power solutions. Locally owned and operated, Upper Cumberland Generators are here to make sure you have peace of mind no matter the situation. With new and reliable generators. Call 931-265-1702 for more information or to order yours today. Upper Cumberland Generators is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. The Bees have opened up a 9-2 lead over the Panthers. Alec Wilson back to work here in inning number 6. One change, Carson Shoup after ripping that 2 RBI single. His day's now done. Chase Brown checks in and will play first for the Bees the rest of the way as long as Alec Wilson is on the mound. And for Upperman, we've talked about the struggles they've had early, but knowing that who they don't have and then knowing the importance of the district, their offense is roared to life. 14 hits in the ball game, 4 errors in the field have helped them as well by the Panthers, but their offense is looked a lot more reminiscent of the Upperman offense we've seen in recent years.
They've looked great. I mean, it's all been small ball. I think the only extra base hit they have is the Justin Fallon one that he just hit to center field a couple of batters ago. So it's all been singles. They've been bunting it around. They've just been hitting ground balls and getting the ball in play, making the Stone Memorial defense make plays.
And they've been missing some of the key things that make your offense good as the first pitch misses a little bit low here. Kyle Hench, he ripped a double.
He did.
In his first AB, then struck out looking his second time the 1-0. Obviously with Fallon, the huge power element, the speed he brings, but they're missing one of their best get-on-base guys in Evan Huddleston.
Yep.
Collier Bush going to play an important role this year, and then there's a couple of others that they may be getting, Colton Johnson as well. So they're missing the key cogs that kind of keep innings going. They've had a little bit of that today with Fallon just checking back in. That pitch was close, didn't get the call, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, and you don't have your pinch runners. Collier Bush, he was your pinch runner last year, your courtesy runner a lot of the time as well.
And that one's across for a strike, and this year he's going to be an outfielder for him. Evan Huddleston going to be an outfielder for him. Justin Fallon's going to be their center fielder. Here comes the 3-1. That one misses, ball 4, and it is the second walk of the game for Alec Wilson. It's the second leadoff walk in a row. Drake Scarborough will check in. For Stone, it's one run at a time. That's what they're looking for. For Upperman, Alec Wilson at 75 pitches now. Chris Worsing in line behind him if they needed to go somewhere else. First pitch misses a little bit up to Scarborough. It's 1-0. Scarborough's 0 for 2 with a couple of punch-outs.
Yeah, you might see Worsing, could see rookie Allison. Would imagine you'll probably see Worsing if Wilson has to come out.
That pitch swung on, sent way up into the air. Into foul territory. It's close, and it's going to get out of here on top of the visitor dugout. 1-1.
Of course, you're going to see Juju Yano coming up tomorrow. He'll get the start in game number 2 of the series.
The same guys behind him.
Yep.
Maybe a Talon Hurd tomorrow for Stone. We'll have to wait and see. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball, good pitch, 1-2. Seven-run cushion for Wilson on the mound. He's got a runner at first after the leadoff walk. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. How about 9? Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts so far for Alec Wilson.
When you've got 3 outings on the year and your lowest outage is 6 strikeouts, it's pretty darn good. He's got to be averaging, 2 strikeouts an inning at this point?
Yeah, right up there.
Maybe a little bit more.
First pitch misses a tick low. Allison tried to frame it. It's 1-0.
Obviously, Eli Huddleston, he kind of set that mark with the strikeouts a couple of years ago.
Gage Eldridge is at the plate here. He's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, and he sends a charge into this one. Holroyd ranging back, and he's able to make the catch. That was well struck, but Holroyd in the perfect position for out number 2.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We were talking about outfielders at the start of the inning. Carson Holroyd, he's been thrown into this center field spot with the absence of Justin Fallon and the rest of the outfielders. I would imagine he might just shift over to right
He's
field.
been their best outfielder.
Yeah,
he's been very solid out there in center, and it gives them depth. That's also what they're looking for, depth in the lineup that they do not have right now, as this one bounces into Allison and heady base running there. Hench wastes no time, takes off, and he'll advance over into scoring position. So he moves over on the wild pitch, blocked up nicely behind the dish. This one's looks like me with a 6-iron, straight left.
It's been a good day today to hit the lengths.
You're telling me you're too busy building greenhouses and stuff. Goodness gracious, man.
Hey, we spent the day at the park today.
Goose and I on Thursday, I think after the Bees play, are going to find ourselves somewhere in Rutherford County as this one's flared out to the left. That's really what it looks like when a goose is shot straight left.
Yeah, it's a lefty hitting it, yeah.
1-2.
He doesn't even know he's catching strays right now.
Titus Bisbee, he should expect it. Kicks and deals. This one fouled back into a windshield.
I was going to say, that's a dangerous
that
one.
Wilson trying to retire the side again, looking for his 10th punch out of the contest. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. This one is flared into shortstop. Yano cannot get there. It is down. Green is there. And the throw will come in and cut off. An RBI single for Titus Bisbee And Stone has their first run in a couple of innings. It's 9-3.
Well, doing the best that they can, trying to get back into it. Now down by 6 runs. Of course, they're going to get another set of ABs coming up in the bottom half of the 7th.
Well, nothing else. Now that pitch count is at 87 for Alec Wilson, so you're trying to
make a decision.
If you can get into that bullpen a little bit. First pitch swinging, that one had some pop on it. It's 0-1.
Challenged him. And you might see the breaking ball coming up here.
Griffin Templeton at the plate, 0 for 2 with a line out and a strikeout so far. 0-1. He got him chasing at that one with a fishing rod, and it's 0-2.
Won't see the breaking ball.
The 0-2. This one weakly rolled over towards Yano. Fields it cleanly. He's going to throw to first in time for out number 3. As we head to the final inning, Upperman leads by 6. It's 9-3. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
1 inning to go in Crossville. Upperman's lead is 9-3, trying to open up district play 1-0. The Panthers looking for a dramatic comeback. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for the Bees, Wolke, Yano, and Green. I'm Noah McKay. He's Jacob Vinson. Petey on stats to our right. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Hope you'll join us tomorrow, 12:45. Audio broadcast, Pickett County against Hillcrest from the Class 1A state tournament. Then website coverage of Jackson County against
Jackson Central Mary.
Thank you very much. And then at 9:30 a.m., get your pancakes ready, as Petey said. Upperman taking on Hume Fogg in the Class 3A state tournament. That is on Thursday. Gage Eldridge on the mound here in inning number 2 of work in relief. Misses a little bit low to Braden Wolke.
Of course, for Upperman baseball, they do not have a game on Thursday now. Their game on Friday, if the Upperman basketball team wins Thursday morning, will be canceled. And then depending on what happens Saturday, their games may be moved up. But they will play on Saturday.
Wolke goes chasing that one. It's 1-1. Fastball up.
It's supposed to be playing in Lebanon all this week and then in Murfreesboro on Saturday.
1-1. Waved at and missed by Wolke. It's 1-2. Yano on deck next as the lineup's about to flip over. Comes the 1-2. Breaking ball misses. Wolke lays off. 2-2. It's a good pitch. Got him chasing a couple of times with a fastball, and then you rip the slider across.
That was a nice job by Wolke to lay off of it. He's been about the only one in the lineup that hadn't done a ton of damage right now for the Bees.
Got an RBI on a walk, a sacrifice bunt, a pop out so far. For a team that has 14 hits so far, they put a lot in play. This one is in play, rolled over towards second. Shouldn't be a big problem. And the throw's low, but dug out over there at first base by Cameron Melton for out number 1.
Yeah, good job to get that dig for the first out of the inning. Now you get back to the top for the Bees, who are looking for a little insurance after allowing that run across there in the bottom half of the 6th.
Yano singled to lead off the game, stole a base, came around to score. He struck out twice and reached on a fielder's choice as well. And stand in here against Gage Eldridge. First pitch, good fastball, catches that outside part that's been a strike both ways tonight. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's been consistent. That is all you ask for on both sides.
0-1, trying to get back to it with the off speed. Can't find it. 1-1. A glance back. And now he'll kick and deal. The 1-1 breaking ball. Yano sends this one into foul territory. And it will get down for strike number 2.
That was a long way over there. Opens up just a tiny bit past that dugout. And the first baseman, right fielder, second baseman given a charge, just not able to get there.
Braden Green on deck for the Bees. He's done a pretty good job with an opportunity moving up in the order. Some of the changes that we've talked about. He's found himself on the base paths.
He's always been a very confident hitter coming in, even when he's last season when he got his few ABs.
That one misses outside and low. 2-2.
That's the one good thing about the start of this season for the Bees. A lot of these younger players are getting a lot of playing time, which is going to help them out on down the road.
2-2 coming here to Yano. Eldridge delivers the breaking ball again, and we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Some of the fans who are watching softball have glanced over to the baseball field. The 3-2 payoff pitch. This one swung over, rolled to second, hard hit, fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time. Nice job over there at second by Cade Wilson for out number 2.
Yeah, better throw that time. Able to hit Melton in the chest for the easier out for out number 2. But back-to-back ground balls to the right side of the infield. And we'll see what Braden Green can do here with 2 outs.
ETSU trying to compete with the number 1 team in the nation. Tennessee was tied for a while. Now they lead 6-4.
The Fighting Wyatt Curtises.
It is. Wyatt Curtis was here. And the final score of that game is going to be 14-4. Tennessee hits a couple of grand slams here. Bounces past Green.
That's normally how that goes.
Everyone's just waiting on us to
keep
lose.
Keep it competitive in the first.
Texas A&M baseball, the most overrated preseason team in the history of the sport. 1-0 from number 1 ranked to unranked in less than a month. Now, that's
worse
feat.
That's worse than Indiana basketball this year.
Well,
start the season ranked 14th and miss the tournament, and that
both are bad.
Shouldn't even be
the 1-1, 2-1.
Well, another conversation.
North Carolina shouldn't be there, but Indiana is not the first team with a great West Virginia.
No, West Virginia, absolutely.
Insane.
So instead, we took their head coach. Appreciate you, Mountaineers.
Here comes the 2-1. Those are the Fighting Ben Cravens. Misses outside 3-1. Green with a hitter's count. Chris Worsing on deck, looking for some insurance. Upperman's lead is 6 here in the top of the 7th. That one catches the corner. 3-2. Three-two payoff pitch coming here to Green. He sends this one, and it will be a base hit. A nice piece of hitting there with a full count by Green. It sets the table for Chris Worsing.
Yeah, good 2-out base hit for Green. Able to not do too much. Just hit it out there to right field.
Stick around post game. We'll have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game.
It's going to be tough.
I know who it's going to be. You don't know who you're going to pick yet, but I know who you're going to pick. Worsing stands in. Green takes his lead at first. That slider rips across and misses. 1-0. Just I on deck. It's going to be a different hitter, obviously, for Upperman. Justin Fallon's day is done. See who gets it this time is the 1-0. That one, a get-over pitch, 1-1. Couple of glances over. Eldridge delivers. Swung on and missed by Worsing. A 1-2. The challenge me fastball fired in by Gage Eldridge. Maddox Barnes on deck for the Bees in that 4 spot. A throw over. Green back in time. Pretty good move by Eldridge. Melton applied the tag.
The ever dangerous Braden Green.
1-2 coming here. Worsing awaits. That one misses up and tips off the glove of Hurd. And Green advances. He was moving anyway. So he'll head over into scoring position for the Bees. call it a Turfmaster stolen base.
The first one that's gotten past Talon Hurd, and it was just because it was too high.
And right on cue, you said the ever-dangerous Braden Green. He swipes a bag. Chris Worsing now evened up in the count 2-2 with 2 outs.
I wasn't lying.
Eldridge kicks and deals. Breaking ball, Worsing wisely. It was close, so he puts a swing on it and stays alive.
Yeah, I mean, it's been called a strike all night long, so you have to fight everything off. That's the main thing. It's going to be called a strike out there. You don't have to put it in play. You just got to foul it off and wait for a better pitch.
2-2 coming. Breaking ball again. This one's rolled over. Third baseman has it cleanly. Load up. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. Last chance for the Panthers against Alec Wilson. When we come back, it's a 6-run ball game. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Alec Wilson trying to close out a complete game victory on the bump for the Bees in their district opener in 7 AAA play. Stone trying to make it interesting here. 9-1-2 due up for the Panthers. Sitton, Wilson, and Melton in the bottom of the 7th. I'm Noah McKay. That's Jacob Vincent. Happy to be along with you today. Jacob will be on the call alongside the Boldens, Casey and Jack for Pickett County against Hillcrest tomorrow, 12:45. Right back here on YouTube and Facebook. Website coverage of the entire boys state tournament and then a broadcast game as well on Thursday. Upperman against Hume Fogg at 9:30 a.m. The Bees led by Mr. Basketball, named tonight Ty Cobb in Class 3A as the first pitch of the inning is fired past by Alec Wilson.
Of course, the other finalists, Cade Caps, and then you get Mr. Thompson from Greenville that might get a face in the semifinals if both those teams win in the quarters.
1-1 here. This is going to be pitch number 94 for Alec Wilson. That one misses a little bit up, 2-1.
It just seems like Upperman and Greenville are always destined to play each other in the postseason, no matter the sport.
What. Here comes the 2-1. That one swung on, popped up. Brown gives chase, as does Wilson, and it'll drop. 2-2.
It's a tough one, especially coming on from where Wilson is coming from. You're charging onto it. That ball's coming back towards the field of play. Really not a great ball to get to for anyone out there. Maybe Brown is able to get there a little bit easier from his first base spot.
Brown still getting his feel over there at first base, though. That was Shoop earlier, and, of course, it's usually Alec Wilson who delivers a 2-2. Swung on and missed. Who said Alec Wilson's a pitch-to-contact guy? How about 10 Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeouts?
See, he did it on purpose. He wanted to get the strikeout. He didn't want the fly out.
Second double-digit punch-out game in 3 outings for Alec Wilson this season.
28 of them.
Cade Wilson will stand in for the fourth time, rather. He struck out, has a sac bunt, a fly out. This one's coming up to us. I'm under it. I got it. It'll drop.
There you go. Oh, I dropped it.
And then it will drop. Jacob's got it. One of us was going to get it. We were trying to track it off the brick wall behind us.
Took a bad spin. Couldn't cradle it in.
0-1 the count.
Tried to use 2 hands.
It took a weird care of him. You're okay on that one. You got to get out of jail free card.
It's not flat concrete. It's the rugged concrete. So couldn't really plan the bounce off the wall.
0-2.
I was
Wilson
just mainly trying to save the iPad.
Wilson ahead again of Cade Wilson. The 0-2. That one misses outside. 1-2.
We were ready though.
We were
in the stance.
Do you think nobody got scared? We're on straight here. That's the 1-2. Close, but no cigar. That was that spot. It's close. It's been called a strike a lot tonight. Doesn't get that one. It's 2-2. Matt Wilson did think it was a strike. Here comes the 2-2. That one is number 11. Another Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store strikeout for Alec Wilson, who's trying to close out this game in style. Cameron Milton will stand in. He's 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts so far.
We talked about possible Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. It's
I told you I knew who it was going to be. I knew it was going to be before this.
It's going to be the guy on the mound.
Here comes first pitch. Misses a little bit low. It's 1-0.
I mean, obviously, they've had some nice nights offensively with the 14 hits. I think even more so now.
Up to 15 in the ball game now. Ooh, breaking ball.
Nasty.
1-1. That's pitch number 101 tonight. 76 have been strikes for Alec Wilson. He has been great this year for this team, and that breaking ball is waved at and missed, and Stone's down to their final strike tonight. Looking for a clean dozen is Alec Wilson on the mound. The 1-2 for the win. He got it. Fastball blown by the 12th. Thompson Machinery and Cat Rental Store striking into the game for Alec Wilson, and it is the dagger. Final score, Upperman 9, Stone 3. The Bees come on the road and open up district play with an impressive victory.
Yeah, just a dominant performance from the get-go. They get the first run of the game, and then Stone did a nice job to keep it within striking distance, able to tie it up in one apiece, and then they cut it in half when it was 4-2, and then the Bees able to, that third time through the lineup was kind of the magic number for them, able to string together some hits, put the ball in play, some nice base running out there as well, and obviously Alec Wilson was absolutely phenomenal for a third time this season, and 14, 15 hits on the day as well for the Bees.
In the game, Upperman, 9 runs on 15 hits, and they left 9 runners on the base pass, so still some room there. Stone in the game, 3 runs on 7 hits. They left 5 runners on the base paths. Big difference in the game. 4 errors in the field for Stone to just 1 for the Bees. Alec Wilson, a complete game victory, his second of the season. It's his second 12 strikeout performance of the season. 30 Ks in 3 starts for Alec Wilson. No doubt who the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game is.
Yeah, absolutely. All 7 innings, gave up just the 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 12 Ks in the outing for Alec Wilson, who did a really, really nice job on the mound and has really kind of solidified himself as the ace in the rotation right now early on this season. Of course, Juju Yano, we know the stuff that he's got as well, and we'll see kind of what he has in store coming up tomorrow. Carson Shoup drives in a couple of runs. Obviously, a nice outing by Chris Worsing at the plate, 3 for 5 with 3 singles, a run scored, and a run driven in from top to bottom all around. A good win for the Bees, and now back-to-back wins for the first time this season.
Yeah, to your point, after losing 5 games in a row, they now have won 2 in a row over Kingston and now over Stone. For Stone Memorial, they dropped their second straight. They're now 2-7 on the campaign. Upperman 3-5. These 2 teams will dance once again tomorrow night in Baxter. 5 o'clock first pitch. Jacob Vincent will have all the action for you right back here on Facebook and on YouTube. Alec Wilson pitches a gem today. A complete game victory for the Bees. 12 punch-outs. He is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Join us tomorrow, 12:45 Central Time. Tip-off from the Murphy Center. Pickett County against Hillcrest. Audio-only action. Jacob, Casey, and Jack will have all the action there. Then coming up, baseball tomorrow night. We'll have website coverage of Jackson County against Jackson Central Mary. That game is at 8:45 tomorrow. And then Thursday, 9:30 a.m., myself, Jacob, all the action is Upperman takes on Hume Fogg in the Class 3A state tournament. Keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for breaking news from Murfreesboro, where Ty Cobb has been named 3A Mr. Basketball, and much more to come as we descend on Rutherford County for the boys state basketball tournament as well. Final score today from Crossville, Upperman 9, Stone Memorial 3. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my left, PD on stats, and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.